welcome back to another penny stock video. Today we're looking at a really interesting Bitcoin related stock, and that is BULT Blockchain Inc. BULT is the ticker symbol here, currently trading around 6 cents on the OTC markets. And I said Bitcoin related because this is a pretty unique company in terms of what they do, and I'll get a lot more into that in just a moment here, but it is Bitcoin related. They do Bitcoin ATM machine technologies. So these guys are focused on the Bitcoin ATM side of the Bitcoin sector. So it's a little bit different from your typical Bitcoin play where we talk about, oh, this company has a Bitcoin treasury or they're doing Bitcoin mining. This is more like a Bitcoin infrastructure play, if you will, because this company is the only U.S. company to hold a patent on Bitcoin ATM machine technologies. So they're all in on Bitcoin ATMs. And in case you've been living under a rock, Bitcoin ATMs are popping up everywhere in the United States. They're becoming very popular. You go to your local gas station, local convenience store, you'll probably see a Bitcoin ATM machine sitting right next to your regular ATM machine. And this is something that will be increasingly more popular across the United States because obviously Bitcoin has seen a huge surge in popularity over the past few years. And more and more consumers, retail investors, etc., are getting into Bitcoin and would like to be able to access their Bitcoin through something like an ATM machine. So let's take a deeper dive into BULT. Let's take a look at their share structure first, as we always do. And you have a gorgeous share structure here, guys. I mean, 40 million share float, really, really good. Very tight share structure. We look at other stocks that we've covered, such as FDCT, that have done really well and continue to do well. And a lot of their success comes from having a tight share structure and keeping dilution to a minimum, and BULT does that really well. So around a $24 million market cap. That's important because we'll compare this later in the video to another Bitcoin ATM stock in the U.S., and there's not many of them. There's only 3 focused on Bitcoin ATMs in the United States, publicly traded. So we'll compare that to another one, BTM, in just a moment. But keep that in mind, just a $24 million market cap, undervalued compared to other Bitcoin ATM stock on the market. So let's jump into some of their recent news and as well as a little more information on what they do. I'll show you their website here first. They have a good description here. Headquartered in Reno, Nevada, BULT Blockchain, common stock, publicly traded on the OTC markets under ticker symbol BULT. BULT Blockchain Inc. is a diversified software development SaaS company specializing in blockchain technologies and Web3, including owner and licensor of Bitcoin ATM patents. BULT is committed to driving the innovations needed to shape the future of digital and blockchain-related platforms through digital technology, decentralized blockchain solutions. BULT Blockchain, through its wholly owned subsidiary, owns the rights to U.S. patent number 9,135,787. There's a lot of patents in the U.S., folks. And that is for Bitcoin kiosk/ATM device and system integrating enrollment protocol and method of using the same, known as the Bitcoin ATM patent. This patent is related to the purchase and sale of cryptocurrencies utilizing a Bitcoin ATM or kiosk, giving customers the ability to purchase Bitcoin and or other cryptocurrencies using cash, debit cards, or credit cards. BULT Blockchain Inc., through its wholly owned subsidiary, owns the exclusive rights to another patent. That's U.S. patent number 10,332,205, B1. That's Bitcoin kiosk/ATM device and system and method of using the same. The combined patents are crucial to the operation of Bitcoin machines and networks to operate. So these patents pretty much encompass all Bitcoin ATM machines in the U.S. In terms of the technology that they cover. And now if we look into some of their recent news here, they've been quite active with news, may I say, real quick. I'll just show you. I mean, if we take from May to August here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 press releases. So if you guys are looking for a company that is active and that communicates consistently, these guys very much do so. But this is from June 27th. I thought this was worth noting, is that they partnered with Silo Technologies, which is a cybersecurity company, and they're integrating this technology into their Bitcoin ATM machines, which is obviously a significant upgrade. You want your ATM machines to be secure, right? So that's a really nice step forward. And then we have from July 16th, BULT Blockchain announces partnership and licensing agreement So they actually have a partnership now with IPSI, which is another publicly traded company listed on the OTCQB markets. And essentially, IPSI will be licensing this Bullet blockchain technology for their Bitcoin ATMs and leveraging these patents. So this is evidence that the business model works, that it makes sense, and that their patents do indeed cover the technology that they need to cover in order to get these licensing agreements done. So that is great to see. And then if we take a look at their Twitter here, they have some great tweets. Early machines were clunky, but improvements in transaction speed, user interfaces, and security made them more accessible. ATMs are now in high traffic areas like convenience stores, gas stations, and malls. I can attest to that. If I walk 2 minutes out of my home to my convenience store down the street, there is a Bitcoin ATM right there. So I can attest firsthand with my anecdotal evidence that Bitcoin ATMs are popping up everywhere now. And they have a great picture of one of their modern machines, which, as you can see, it looks very modern, has a nice big touchscreen. And it's just nice to see that this technology is continuing to improve, continuing to modernize. This is a great design for their machine here. And if we take a look at their most recent tweet here from August 6th, and by the way, you can follow them at BULT_stock on Twitter. And they talk about, we are in a high growth period and we'll have several pieces of important news to share over the next few weeks. Follow this account closely for updates. Okay, so BULT, if you're a guy that's a catalyst trader, you want to get in before the big news drops, this is a perfect stock for you. BULT is telling you that they have several pieces of important news coming. So, typically important news, assuming it's good important news, can be a catalyst for upward movements on stocks, guys, especially in these small and micro caps where they really run on sentiment and they run on news. So if you're looking for a news runner to trade or to invest in, BULT has got you covered. They're telling you high growth period and several pieces of important news coming. It's really a great time to jump in if you're not. And if you take a look at the chart, it's basing very nicely at the moving averages. I think it's pretty ripe for a move up. So that's great to see. Okay, and then if we go back, I just want to highlight a couple things on their financials here. This is from their Q1 financials of 2025. And there's some things to highlight here. A lot of this is pretty solid, especially for an OTC company, guys. They have 1.5 million assets in equipment and kiosk terminals. Their intellectual property and patents valued at $8.5 million. Okay, they have $2.6 million in investments, $1.2 million in notes receivable. Total assets of almost $17 million. So, great numbers there for an OTC balance sheet, really. And then if we go into revenues, you can see they do have revenues and they're growing. They did $654,000 in gross revenue for the Q1 2025. And if you compare it to the year end of 2024, where they did $2.2 million, well, if we multiply this number by 4 quarters, we get $2.6 million. So if they stay on track with their Q1 growth here, they should well exceed the 2024 revenue numbers by at least $400,000, which is great to see. So they are a growing company, guys. And then if we compare it to another Bitcoin ATM stock on the market, this is Bitcoin Depot Inc., BTM. And we talked about how Bullet Blockchain is a $24 million market cap. And they own the patents to this stuff, guys. Bitcoin Depot does not own the patents to this stuff. Bullet owns the patents, okay? And they're at $24 million market cap. And Bitcoin Depot is at $115 million market cap. So there's a big discrepancy in how Bullet is being priced compared to Bitcoin Depot. And obviously, with Bullet being the only company in the U.S. holding these patents, if the Bitcoin ATM industry is positioned to grow, I would think Bullet Blockchain is at the forefront of that and should be one of the most valued companies in that sector. So that's a quick comparison for you, just so you have an understanding that there are other Bitcoin ATM stocks doing well out there. Okay, and if we take a look at, I'm at the Bitcoin ATM Wikipedia page because it's a little hard to find exact data on this stuff, but I just wanted to point this out. According to Coin ATM Radar, there were more than 24,700 Bitcoin ATMs in the U.S. as of September 2021, up from 2,300 in January 2018. What does this mean? It means there's tons of Bitcoin ATMs popping up, guys, as I've been saying. And these numbers are from 2021. So if we had 25,000 in 2021, we probably have 50K plus in 2025, considering all the legislation that has passed that has been pro-crypto and how many more people have gotten into crypto this wave versus previous waves, right? So we probably have 50K plus Bitcoin ATMs now. Again, compared to just 2,000 in 2018, that is rapid growth. So it's a sector that you don't want to ignore, right? I mean, this is something that's going to continue to grow. We're far from filling up every convenience store in America with one of these babies, but eventually they will be. So take advantage of that sector growth. And I think that covers everything I wanted to talk about with BULT, guys, Bullet Blockchain Inc. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.